Hello everyone and welcome to my cozy little corner of the internet. My name is Chloe. One of my goals this year, besides reading a bunch, is to get back into content creation because I need a place to yap about things with people. So this is my channel where I'm going to yap basically, and then you can yap back in the comments and I'll reply to the comments and we can like talk about all the books we're reading and whatever else comes along, but for now a lot of my ideas have to do with books. So for now we're going to start with, I know it's the end of January, but we're going to start with everything that's on my TBR list. I have my fun drink today, which is LMNT, like a hydration electrolyte mix. This is the Grapefruit Salt flavor, which thought I wouldn't like it, but we love her. Let's go. Also, I talk a million miles a minute, so feel free to put this video on 0.75 speed. I will not be offended. This is going to be a lot of like romance and fantasy. I want to add a couple memoirs in there, so I'm trying to add a few nonfiction books to my 2025 year, but my overall total goal is 35, which I do unfortunately have a full-time job, so I can't be one of those 100+ books girlies, but I did read 36 last year, so we're gonna try to like blow past this 35 goal and see what happens. I do have a physical TBR to go through, but a few of my like most exciting books to read are not released yet, so I also have or like their ebook versions, so we'll go through those too. The number one book that I'm excited to read this year is Onyx Storm. Girlies, my girlies that got left on the Iron Flame cliffhanger, how are you doing? If you have been personally victimized by Rebecca Yarros, let me know. But yeah, that's all that's on my mind these days, okay? I got nothing else going on up here except Onyx Storm. On that note, let's go through some fantasy. So right now I am reading Crescent City by Miss Sarah J. Maas, my favorite girly. The first book tore through her, loved it. First book, absolutely loved it. Second book, I'm 33% in. What's gonna happen? Where's the action, girl? I wanna read 2 and 3, but I will be putting down 2 as soon as I get Onyx Storm. So we will be pausing Crescent City as soon as Onyx Storm comes out. Another book that I really wanna read that is not out yet is Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. Miss Henry is one of my favorite authors. I read People We Meet on Vacation and Beach Read, and then she released Book Lovers, and ever since she has released a book, I have stopped everything I'm doing to read that book. I don't care what book it is. She could write anything she wants there, I will read it. I will read it happily, and you know what? I'll read it again. I'll read it twice. One of my favorite books of all time is Book Lovers, okay? So if you have Emily Henry thoughts, leave them down below. I would love to yap about Emily Henry all day, every day. One of my most anticipated reads this year, I'm so excited to read this book. I can't wait. I got this book at Target. I heard of it and I picked her up. I want to read it so bad. But I can't pick up a new series until I read Onyx Storm. So once I finish Onyx Storm, we are diving right into the Lightlark series. If you've read this, please don't spoil it obviously, but if you've read this and you love this series, please come back for another video when I talk about this because I don't know anyone that's read this book. I'm so excited to read her. This is the book I want to read most on my physical TBR. I'm ready to be destroyed by Alex Astor, okay? She can do whatever she wants, it's fine. I'll still read the entire series front to back. Another series that I really want to read this year is The Red Queen. I have heard a lot of great things about this book. I'm so excited. I have a feeling I'm really going to love this book. Like I have a feeling I'm going to tear through this book. I'm gonna read through the whole rest of the series really quick. Another series I really want to start is The Guild. I think this is called the Plated Prisoner series. It's right here. Read the title, girl. It's right there. Plated Prisoner series. I really want to read this book. This is the book that started my book purchasing scheming. My book purchasing shenanigans. Okay, I can't stop because I went to Target to get a Christmas present for someone, right? I was like, I'm gonna give someone the blessed gift of reading Book Lovers by Emily Henry. Target was having a 2-for-1. I'm going to read this book and then I'm gonna read every single book after it. I will get back to you. My 2025 is gonna be filled with amazing reads. One thing about me is I am late to the romantasy game. I was a pure romance reader, okay? Emily Henry, Abby Jimenez had me in a chokehold. Okay, so I didn't even know that fantasy romance was a thing until one of my friends one day thought she was so innocent and she was like, you should read ACOTAR. And I was like, what's that? Sure. I can't stop reading now. I read all of ACOTAR, I read all of Throne of Glass. The amount of things I've read since then, crazy, okay? Can't be stopped. The next series I want to read after these fantasy series, King of Wrath. I've heard Miss Anna Huang does things to people and I'm ready for it, okay? Maybe. We'll see. I'm ready to be in tears. I got this book at a free library and I still haven't read it. So it's on my physical TBR We are getting to her this year, okay? I'm diving into Anne Huang books. This is me before I read Anne Huang. I'm in for a ride this 2025. And if you're seeing me show you all these books and you're like, oh, girl, like, let me know, okay? I want to be prepared because I don't know what I'm up against here. I just saw these pretty covers and I said, yeah. I said I'm gonna get those, no matter the cost, emotionally and from my wallet. The last physical book I have that I have never read, the other ones are rereads, but the last one I've never read is Hello Beautiful. I have heard great things about this too. I actually got this book because I did a summer reading program at the library. So, easy money. I highly recommend doing your summer reading program at your local library because they give you a free hardcover. Hard to pass that up. One of my best friends reads a lot of like drama and she recommended this book. I am scared. I heard this was one of like the top rated books of 2024, so I'm also excited to get into it. Moving on to electronic TBR. I also really want to read From Blood and Ash. My bestie that recommends fantasy reads to me also read that series. Again, like I said, I'm late to the romantasy/fantasy games, so I'm trying to like cover my bases and all the books I missed on that came out in the past couple years. On that note, Quicksilver is on my TBR. We're gonna read Quicksilver this year. Powerless, the Powerless series. I've been trying hard not to buy a copy of Powerless. Okay, I see her at Target. I see her there on the shelf and I'm like, don't do it. Read those books on the physical TBR first. Another thing I want to read is the Twisted Love series because I heard that was going to become like a movie or a TV show or something, and you know I gotta read a book before I watch the TV show/movie. Heavenly Bodies. I want to read Heavenly Bodies this year. And then a cute little not fantasy throw-in, Yellowface. I want to read Yellowface. That was recommended to me by a friend, and I want to get to her this year as well. We're gonna talk about rereads that I want to do, starting with the I wouldn't say least anticipated, but as much as I love this book, Happy Place, I have read her twice. Then I got a physical copy after that. And I will be reading her again. I read last year, I reread Beach Read and Happy Place last year. I do really want a copy of Book Lovers for my shelf, but I have read that book twice as well. So the reason I have a lot of like rereads are mostly because I got a physical copy after I read them, but also my friend for Christmas gave me an annotation set with see-through sticky notes and highlighters, and I want to mark up these books. I want to mark them up, okay? I'm gonna go through these with a fine-tooth comb and I'm going to tab and highlight the crap out of them. Like I said, ACOTAR is what got me into reading fantasy, and I only read digital versions. Like I only did ebook and audiobooks. So now that I have, my other copies are up here. I have not gotten a copy of Silver Flames yet, but once I get to Silver Flames in my reread, I'm buying her right away. I kind of want to do an ACOTAR rereading vlog as well, because I feel like when I read it the first time, I was like trying to figure out what happened. I was trying to figure out where the story was going, so I was reading it so fast. And I didn't realize the foreshadowing. I didn't pick up on like the little hints they give you. I want to highlight like important parts of the book that I really like, nice quotes, nice funny parts. So yeah, I'll be doing a reread vlog and I'll probably go over some of the things I annotate. And then for Throne of Glass, this is my top series I have ever read. If you have not read Throne of Glass, run, get an ebook, go to your library. I will borrow my copy. Please read this book. I cannot recommend more. And again, I know I'm like preaching to the choir here because I'm sure all you girlies have read this book, but if you have not read every single one of those, please do. These are probably my most anticipated rereads, purely because I want to mark them up with my highlighters and sticky notes, but also because this is like, I want to revisit the reason why I fell in love with romantasy, and I'm really excited. Something else I want to read, really quick throw in honorable mentions, hope I get to these. The 7-Year Slip, I've heard good things about that. I've heard really awesome, amazing things about Metal Slinger, so that's on my list too. I really want to read Metal Slinger. Abby Jimenez is coming out with a new book called Say You'll Remember Me, so might have to check that out. Abby Jimenez knows what to do. If you have not read Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez, go read that. It was adorable. My favorite one that I read. I just went on a whole Abby Jimenez journey last year and caught up with all the books I missed that she's put out, and I read all the ones in that universe that I accidentally missed out on, and love that one. I think that's it. I want to read every single one of these in 2025. Like I said, I want to blow my Goodreads goal out the water, okay? So if you have any books that I did not mention that you are like 6 stars, changed my life, or just even like 5 stars, 4 stars, think you should read, throw them in the comments because I'm ready to read, girl. I'm ready to sit my butt down on my comfy little couch with a book open nonstop. Okay, like I said, I am a chit chatter, I'm a yapper. I really just love to make content, and one of my goals is to just make more content because it makes me happy. So stick around if you want to see that. Build a little community of people that are just trying to chill and have someone to talk about books with. Because like I said, there are books in here that I don't know anyone who's read them, and I want to talk about them. I want to scream and cry and giggle and hee hee ha ha. I don't want to make this channel just about books, but the thing I'm really into right now is books. So yeah, we'll see where we go with that. But yes, thank you so much. If you want to stick around for this reading journey of my 2025 year, please hit that subscribe button. Please share down below what your most anticipated read of 2025 is, because I need more book recs. And if it's Onyx Storm, share your top 2 most anticipated reads, because we need a second book after that. Okay, what am I supposed to do after Onyx Storm besides curl up in a ball and cry? Probably, hopefully not. Maybe not, but probably. That's it for now. Everyone stay cozy. See you next time.